for all the primes, and Tyrion, anything for the 10 gifted. Let's also go for in-game music. The TMGL soundtrack. Close this. Turn off keyboard. I'm gonna have my webcam on, by the way. Off-road first pick from Gwen and Binks. That's scary. Vortex from Bren. Okay. Speed. So they left speed open now. I mean, this is still gonna be tough because you're still gonna have to play Gwen on control. We also have Sinuous open, which is rare. Rare. Actually, control picked by Bren and Otak. Otak is very good on control though. Pool is there. Gwen played amazing on that. Won most of the rounds. World record. Airwalk, also really strong. But I want to see Sinuous. If I could choose, I would pick Sinuous for either of the teams here. Just so we would get to see it. Sinuous picked. Big. So, off-road is the first pick from G1. Vortex, then speed, control. Frosty, Sinuous. We should get a prediction going. I think, so far, from what I've seen, I would favor G1 in this. I do think they win off-road. I'm not sure about Vortex. I think they win control as well. So they only need, well, 2 more beyond that. Production level over 9,000. Don't expect too high production level today. It's a different type of thing. It's not the same as we usually do. But yeah, this is the game. G1 are currently 2-1 in the league. KC are 1-2. And KC have some tough opponents. Like, they play G1 this week. They play Alliance next week. So these next games are not going to be easy. Metal Twin will off. And I think we're good. I think we are good to go. One moment. Okay. So, world record on this map is by Mime right now. 59.1. 59.1. That's what they're gonna try to beat. It's just so mesmerizing, right? I've gone from trying to not crash for an hour. And then the first thing I see is Gwen driving 3 corners next to the block, immediately crashing though, from Bren. Oh. But I wouldn't say I'm jealous, because I know how much effort they put in. But I am just like... oh, he missed the checkpoint. Otak winning the round ahead of Gwen. Binks went too low there. I just can't imagine, like, the cerebral understanding they have of Trackmania. Have you hunted these maps a lot? I've played the E versions for ranked. That's about it. So the easy, the easy versions. But like the stuff they're doing, it looks so smooth and so effortless and clean when they play. But it takes like literally trying the maps to understand how precise it is, how difficult it is. Like Bren's mistake in that round was from trying to get the perfect ice slide. Because when you ice slide here, you run into what's known as the danger wedge, which is if you angle slightly wrong, the wider you set up though, the better. And I think we had a wedge from Otak. Yeah, Otak slid out by just having the slightly wrong angle. Bren versus Gwen. Oh, Binks might ace this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Bren with low speed might not even make this jump that clean. What's this time from Gwen? Okay, 0.2. 0.2. The E doesn't stand for esports. I think it stands for EC. But maybe that's better. Off-road the esport version. No, see, this is the real esport version. World record is 0.1. 0.15 by mime. No mod because custom skid marks? Oh, you're probably right, Scrappy. Oh, yeah. I will fix that between the maps. That is what's going on. The custom skid mark plugin is overriding the textures. I didn't even notice, to be honest with you. I thought it looked quite normal. Bren with a small crash. Biggs and Gwen still driving insane pace. This should be a pretty dominant map for them. It just... the style of it suits Binks and Gwen. And they're also delivering right now. So... I'm really looking to Vortex to see what they can answer with. 0.3. Like Gwen's driven 0.2, 0.3, 0.2. And if Binks is just somewhere close in relation to that, then you are gonna struggle to keep up. It's tough. So we have new car sounds, chat. We have new car sounds. We're casting right by the highway today, so we get live engine sounds as they pass by the caster booth. If you look to the side here, you'll actually see it's just my desk out in the distance. Uh-oh. Almost. Like, Binks there, I think, is about half a degree off of sliding out. But he makes it, and oh no. Uh-oh. Gwen is on another certified banger. And Binks is just in proximity. This is going to be more points. G1, 0.2. 0.22. That is his best time on this map in the league so far. And 700s from record. He's just so fast. It is absolutely insane. They have track point 8 to 3. I predict it's going to be them taking the map. But it's like you're KC, right? You only have one ban. And oh, hang on. You gotta take away something. And if I remember the veto... I don't actually. I don't remember what the ban was. Oh, attack with a clean ice slide there. Binks more speed. Binks with the different line than Otak. Slightly less speed there, actually. Casey have something interesting at the end of that grass part. And Otak is gonna deny the win here. It's a draw. 9-4. So, that's actually interesting. What they do is they go around this one tree to get more speed on the engine off. And it's something I haven't seen before, but we haven't really seen a lot of this map. But I would guess it's slower. They go wide out here. I would guess it's slower because I think Gwen and Binks would have found it. They need double ace or they fail, yeah. It's not an easy spot. But if you know you're playing against Gwen and Binks and you leave this open, it's gonna be tough. Like Gwen and Binks, they have pressure on their best map, but so far they haven't made a lot of mistakes. Like that's the third mistake in 6 rounds by 2 players. Gwen has gotten so many clean runs. But here if they ace, they're quite close. Look at that! Is that faster from Bren? I'm not sure, but it's very different from what G1 are doing, and they're close. Okay. The end lines, the speed slice on the grass. Gwen is not gonna falter. Great round, though. 500s in favor of G1. They take map 1. I will quickly get the texture mod working for you guys. Because I had custom skid marks enabled. 1 second. They keep crashing. Why don't they reset? Yeah, honestly, they're not really following my crashing rules. It's crazy. It is crazy. What's the prediction at? Who do you guys have winning this? Like, what's the split? It is 85 to 15%. Okay, I think that's kind of crazy. 85% on G1? Or the channel points, rather, are in G1's favor, right? But about the same amount of people on each side. I feel KC have a stronger chance than that. It's just we saw a very dominant first map. This is KC's choice. And if I remember, they do some variant of the bug slide, right? Yeah, they do. Outside line? Or were they the team that don't do that? Yeah, they do the bug slide. So maybe they can make this work. Otak's gotten off with about a 1/10 of a lead, but gets caught. Less speed. Ooh, that's a great exit from Bratton. A lot of speed. Jumped so low, though, to clipping the bobsleigh. And a really fast round. This is close to the world record pace for all 4. Everybody here is basically close to the world record pace. Oh, Bratton clipping the corner, still surviving. All 4 players onto the pipe. Binks having to let off. Otak versus Gwen. Gwen still ahead. Last wall ride. Gets a clean line there, Gwen. 1:05.39. Not the record. The world record on this. 0.21 from Bren. 1:05.212. But that did see a new best time from Otak. In the 19 rounds he's played this map so far, he has not actually won a round. But there he dropped the 0.4, which is really good pace. So, bodes well for KC, actually. Whoa! Sketchy, but so much speed. As a consequence, you can see, like, this is looking like a reversal from the other map. KC are prepared on this. They're my ace. 2/10 for Binks is so hard to catch. I have no idea how Otak got that reactor, though. That was Marden's. I don't think he should have gotten it. But, pipe still to go. Otak slow. Otak slow. Binks. Too far. Too far. Overlay where you can see who picked it would be nice. I fully agree. I fully agree. I don't have that on hand today. But, I have the information. I just don't have the overlays. Okay, I'm liking this from KC, though. They're fighting back strong on their own map. But it's so precarious, because if they miss the bug slide here, they just get aced. If both of them miss it, they get aced on the spot, no questions asked, right? But that's a really good start from Otak again, and look at that. I mean, look at that lead. They're just gonna ace again. SPVille enjoying the holiday? Yeah. It's, nice one production, too. Dude. 7-1, probably. Bar any accidents. Yeah. They're just gonna get that. They're just gonna get that. Also, cursed comment in chat. Really cursed. 0.5. Otak winning his first round on Vortex. Big. Yeah, really solid performance. Not a lot of crashes. I don't think Casey... No, Casey have been flawless so far. Except... yeah. Basically flawless. Oh, Bren. This is tricky. Does stabilize, but lost a lot of time. Gwen hitting the wall, though. If Bren gets past... Oh, Otak had to slow it down. They could almost close it out here, but Binks is holding on. If Binks makes a mistake, though, it's over. Ooh. Does he get good speed? Really good line there from Binks. And then just across. Okay, we keep going. Gwen, Bren, I'm going schizo. I mean, it was really bad a few seasons ago when we had pack and cap. And we also had, like, the word pack. Like, oh, they're in the pack, you know? Driving in a pack. That was very tough to cast. And then yesterday I watched the CSGO major. And you had the team Apex and the player Apex versus one another. And the casters there were also just like, every time I'm talking about Apex the player going into A site, but now Apex the team answering back on B, and it's just like complete chaos. Complete chaos. Otak, bit far behind, gets shows the dangers of the bug slide. But Bren, oh no! That's kind of disaster. They're gonna get aced here. More than likely. So 8-5. Also 1 second chat. I'll be right back. To 5. What was the time? Why are there no world records? The world records are gone. Because we can't see them on screen, they never happened. Now, we're doing like just a watch party today. Like, today, I want this stream to be a regular stream, but we watch TMGL. We just watch it. See what the players do. And there's a lot of production assets that I don't have, that production for regular TMGL has. So, I would have to ask for those, and I don't have them. But really fast start to this round. Really, really fast. Also, hi, Janik. Hope we're doing great. Dude, Otak is crushing this round. How fast? Oh, that's close to world record, but he had a low speed. Low speed onto the pipe. It should still be KC winning the map here, though. Clean finish, 0.3. Really nice, 1-1. Janik's on adventures, he is. This is game of the day, and it's the first game. The first game, yeah. You have G1 KC into the breach Sinners. Very important game. Alliance versus Solary, which is kind of insane. And then it ends on BDS Big. Alliance Solary is pretty insane. I think Alliance have a good chance there. But now we're on speed. Picked by Gwen and Binks. And they're one of the first teams to actually opt into this, next to Sinners. Gwen with the world record, yeah. 104.003. But, like, this is one of the least played maps. Not a lot of teams opt into this. And it's because it is so precise. Who's chat rooting for it? They got 85% G1, Janik, and I don't know if that I would give them that much equity, but I think they're favorites. Wide outside. Brandon is doing really, really well in this. Clean lines. It will all be decided on the pillars, though. This is the favorite part of speed for everyone. Everyone loves the slalom. Just play an entire round for this to be the decider. In between the gaps, it is still Gwen up in the lead. Next to Brand, Brand taking the round. 104.12. Gets a GR from Gwen in chat. Sinuous today, it's 6th map. In this series, it's map 6. If we get there. Yeah, 104.12 is strong. 1200s from record. And I think Brent's best on this map. Personal best there. Ooh. Pink's losing a little bit in the start again. Was 0.3 behind last time, also about 0.3 behind this time. But the others are risking so hard. Yeah, Gwen almost into the wall there. Had to back out of the turn. But Gwen kind of 1v2. Oh my god. Dude, Bren, second time on that jump now, he risks just to an astounding degree. Good speed. It's again gonna be Bren and Gwen versus one another. Tongue twister in the slalom. Bren hit the wall. So did Binks. Gwen takes first. And it's going to be the standings. Yeah, they were all on world record pace on the first half. 104.05. They were all three on world record pace, so like, when you see Binks there 0.3 behind, he's driving a good round. It's so crazy. Like, he was having an okay start. That's what it was. But the others were just miles ahead. Can't wait to see 103. It's gonna happen. 103 will happen. Oh, Gwen though into the wall. Bren now. Probably gonna notice that on the splits. And this was picked by G1, so... Oh, painful outside dirt. Hits the wall. Looked like Casey could ace this, but now they're under pressure. Uh-oh. Binks with low speed. Gwen versus Otak. Otak releasing a lot, but ensuring he gets through the slalom. Not gonna drop second place. Gwen getting a 104.50. Difficult to be consistent on this? Yeah, it's... I mean, if you look at it, right? Look at the end. Your car is about the size of this blue stripe. Like the blue stripe from white to white here. It's about one car width. And when you're driving here, the gap that you're working with is so small. At 500 speed, right? It's not easy. But KZ are leading right now on G1's pick. Do I like Trackmania music? I do. I like the Valley soundtrack the most, but this one's good. Whew. Really clean from Casey again. Good landing from Otak. And Bren's on a banger. No slide! Oh! Oh, Bren is having painful mistake after painful mistake. The outside dirt touch, the no slide. These are like Trackmania cringe moments. Oh, Gwen! Ah! Joining the compilation. It's all going on YouTube. Otak and Bren. Ace. Maybe that's what this map is. It's just like cringe inducing. You get a no slide, you get outside dirt touch, gear down, face plant. Ah, slide out. Unfortunate. Casey built up such a good lead now. Bren has to defend it. I've never seen that slide out, by the way, but they drive on bobsleigh in the start, so they have icy tires. So it is something that can happen. Whew. I thought Bren was doing that turn well, but Gwen gets about a few hundreds there. Really well done on the jump. Low airtime, good speed. No airtime there. Christ almighty. Okay, 1v1 on the pillars. Gwen has Binks for support. I think that's the play. Gwen is gonna risk Binks be there in case anything happens, and they might ace right back. Gwen, clean end. Binks driving it safe. 6 to 7. Unfortunate for KC, but I think I like the approach though. I think you do send Bren pretty fast through that, because you don't know what G1 are thinking. They really needed that, yeah. The world record on this is 104.003. No world records yet, but the pace on off-road was really good, and the pace on this is good too. No speed slide there. Some we see players do. Gwen had a mistake in the start. Like KC, they could end the map right now. If Binks crashes, they could close the map. Gwen isn't too far. Okay, never mind. He's back. I don't know how he gained that much, but he's back. Oh, high jump. Might lose a little bit. Gotek going so wide there. Binks catching first. Gwen rolling up into second just barely. Dude, this is a brawl. Good luck in the pillar slalom. Binks entering it last, releasing the most in the start of it. That's a crash from Bren. Can Binks get past Otak? Not quite. 8 to 7. Good round. Yeah, G1 picked this. Gwen came back from like 0.3, 0.4. Though I think the splits there can be a bit deceiving, right? Because he goes for a wide approach. This is the bobsleigh, by the way, so you get ice tires. Gotta be careful to not slide out. And then Gwen went really wide last time. Ooh, not this time. Also speed slides there for a little bit extra. Might be greedy, but he makes it look so easy. Oh my god. That is beautiful. Beautiful to watch. He's 0.2 ahead. Best splits in the start we've seen pretty much all game. Otak getting a good low jump to get away from Binks. At least get a bit more space to work with. But yeah, this is fast. Like, this is fast, fast. Bren getting a better slalom though. Getting closer. Oh, Gwen, what's the time gonna be? Is he gonna survive? Is he gonna get through clean? Bren getting a bit closer, but that is 104.08. And Otak crucially passed Binks to, like, delay the game. It's 9 to 9 still. 9 to 9. Casey could steal this. They could legitimately steal this, but the problem is they're going on to control. Oh my god. Otak. They're going on to control next, which is a good map for G1 as well. Whereas I think for G1, like, this is I don't think they expected to be challenged to this degree on speed. Like, Gwen has no respect for the walls. He's not scared of them at all. He does not care. He's unfazed. Oh, he geared down a little bit. I think he lost quite a lot of speed from that. From first to fourth. Ooh, good speed here, though. Passing Otak. Binks in the lead before the end. Oh, Bren going so close. Bren needs to clutch here for KC. He needs first. Can he get through the slalom? He released a lot. There goes Gwen. Bren, though. No, they both crashed. Bren is still in first. Otak, is he gonna pass Binks? He could win the game right now if he does. But it's too far. Jesus Christ, the nerves. Shaky hands on that slalom. The nerves? 10 to 10. My god. Yeah, no, I'd be stressed. I'd be so stressed here. Round number 9 on speed. I'm not even sure which team you could say got lucky there. Like, they all kind of just feel the tension. Go, Gwen into the wall. And they have top 2 right now. He didn't lose that much from it because you have to slow down anyways, but the damage is kind of showing on the splits. That's 2/10. Oh, that's a clean jump though. Really good landing. Fighting his way back. Oh, he's equal now. Banks is 0.3 behind. Gwen can clutch this for his team though. Did Bren make a mistake there? Slight slowdown. Into the slalom. Gwen, is he gonna hold? Oh, Bren into the pillar. There goes Binks. They can win the game right now. Gwen holds first and Binks joins him. They take their own map by 12 to 11.
Victory.
Whew. Whew.
G1.
Nail biter. Absolute nail biter off a map there. You don't, like, we haven't seen a lot of teams play speed. So far, only 4 teams have played it, right? But Gwen has won most rounds he's played on it. And that was definitely the case in this game too. Control up next. We saw last week OTAC drop a world record here. Twice, I believe. First a 1:10:37 and then... No, 1:10:37 and then 1:10:29. The record now 1:10:29. He's played 22 rounds on this, has won 11 of them, so about 50% first place rate. If you're wondering, by the way, these stats, we're getting them from a website called Octustream. If you care about Trackmania stats, there's one guy voluntarily just making a bunch of stats, and they are so good. So give that website some love. It's just one guy maintaining it, but he's doing great. You can see all the map world records, who has the best stats, whatever. But round 1 of Control. Banks crashed. Ooh. This is scary now. OTAC into the wall. Makes it a little bit less scary for G1. But they almost were in an ace position. Stats are getting one guy. They are. And he messaged me about, like, I didn't know the website existed, but he messaged me and was like, yo, I'm doing this. And it's like, oh. Gwen, looking for the snipe. A little too far. 1:10:80. Pretty solid. Anything under 1:11 is like where the bar is at. The bar under 1:11 is a good run. 1:10:29 is the world record. If you see 0.5, that's like really, really good. It's a hard map. Then backing out of the slide a little bit. Not hesitating though on these edges. And this jump right here is super important. You gotta land at the very start of it to get speed for the bobsleigh jump, because you carry so much through here if you get it right. This time OTAC not sliding out, also getting the left turn here. G1 in a bit of trouble. OTAC's probably gonna win the jumps in the end. He's very consistent. Bink's gonna try though. First jump, OTAC extends his lead, and Bren gets right up on the side of Binks, looking for the ace. That's close, that's close. Is he gonna get it? Oh, the snipe! And KARMINE Corp up 4-1, and look at that time from OTAC as well. That is second place world. He is the only player who has driven this map faster. Gwen's best is a 1:10:48 in the league. And I'm considering like Gwen to be one of the most consistent players on this. But yeah, really nice run. Ooh. And this time Casey have an even better start. Last time it was like first and third, I think. No, Bren was actually fourth at this point. Now they have first and second before the bobsleigh. Gwen with the slowdown. Not a crash though. Just a clip. Not a crash. Didn't count. But that's the exact same scenario, right? Binks versus Gwen, top 2. Slightly bigger gap to Bren. I don't think he's getting aced. But can he win here in the jumps? Get a draw. Oh, goes very high. Oh, Tech daring to go lower. Binks getting a bit more speed. 0.10. Binks going low this time. Binks going very low. Jesus Christ. The Limbo champion. What was that? That was beautiful. That's the lowest I've seen anyone go. That was really nice. Redeeming himself, because he went a bit high on the previous. But now redemption. Oh! Oh! Tough start. This could realistically go to 7. It really could. I think we had Frosty and then Sinuous. The next 2 picks. In that order. This is Casey's map choice. Gwen looking for a snipe. Is he gonna get there? We're a little far away, I think. Casey could ace again. They're both on spectacular times here, though. Gwen also getting that low jump. But yeah, 0.38 and 0.55. That's just like... that's really fast from KC. Harmonious. But I do like G1's last jump strat here. If they get it right, it saves so much. Jesus. Frosty as well, what did they ban? All the Wicked maps have been chosen? Yeah, what was the ban? They banned, I will see it when I see the name of it. I think Breaking was banned. And Grip. I think it was those two. Breaking and Grip. So Breaking banned by KC, I think. And Grip by G1. Gwen and Binks on Breaking are also dominant. So KC, they tried on off-road, they lost that one. Then G1 got clapped on Vortex. Then G1 barely won speed, and now we're looking at control brand. Oh, a bit far. 9-4 though is still so tough. Gwen getting a 0.38. Really nice time. That's the second best time in the league now. Second best PB. Saw the title, thought this was Rocket League. I mean, these are orgs that I hadn't really heard of a few years ago. But now, like, I see, like, BDS are like, oh, they're Rocket League champions. KC, oh, they did so well in this and that game. Like, new orgs. Whereas old orgs seems like they're kind of stepping down a little bit, like TSM and stuff. I don't know if we're going to hear a lot from TSM anymore in esports. Saw they pulled out of LCS. Ooh, Jack! That's close. They only need 1 point. TSM was never really big. I mean, I think they were at one point the most famous esport org. If you hop back 5, 6 years. TSM. Like, people would shout TSM even when they weren't playing. You could have a match between two EU teams and the crowd would go, TSM, TSM. Like, they were pretty big. But yeah, KARMINE Corp taking control. 2 aces is very hard to play against. TSM early Fortnite, yeah. Also in League, like, whenever TSM played, I think the view count went up by like 100k. Chat, I'm seeing a wasp on my window. It's the 3rd one. But here's the thing. It is on the inside of the window, not the outside. It's on the inside. It is in the building. One moment. Excuse me. I have my book right here that I'm gonna try to slap it with. This is my my wasp destroying book. So I will be right back. You guys can enjoy the first round. I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, we're back. We're back. I got him. Tango down. O-Tac leading the first round for Casey. This was picked by G1. I just wanna remind you. So far, my KD with Wasps this summer is 3-0. 3-0. I have not gotten stung yet. Hopefully it doesn't go 3-1. I'm scared, dude, because it gets so hot in my room. But I don't have a working air conditioner. And it's not like I go around, like, hunting wasps, but if they enter my property, if they're on my lawn, I'ma tell the wasps to get off my lawn. It's just what it is. You're trespassing. My Second Amendment rights. And if it was a bee, here's my distinction. If it was a bee, I would try to guide it outside, because bees, they help my flowers. Yeah, World Record by Mutta, 1:05:13. Really sick time. Oh, Brand having to release. Gwen is on a really fast start. Binks has crashed big time, could be another draw, but look at this time. No shot. What are you doing? Stop. I am calling the police if this is a 104. If I will call the police. Gwen? Okay, it's fine. The splits were mental. The splits were actually mental. 105.52 is still good. But he was, I think if I remember correct, like 0.2 ahead of Muta's World splits. So. Casey has never played Frosty? No, they haven't. It's their first showing on it. But I think if you're playing G1, it's definitely preferable to something like breaking. And you're also gonna probably play against the Alliance on this next week, because KC Alliance is next week. So I think getting some match experience on it is good. Gwen with a mistake. Good exit angle from Bren. But I hear a fast car right behind him. You can see the pace this round is 0.6 of a second slower than what Gwen was driving. And they're probably gonna end up 105 here still. Oh, low Binks looking for an overtake. Hang on, can he get this? The 360. Lower line. Oh! Whew. Can players hear the other cars? What pros will do is look at splits, of course. Some players will play like this, where they turn off all the interface overlays and just play like this. Now you're just focused on yourself, your own game, and you got your teammate maybe calling out, oh, we have this much of a lead. Oh, actually, they're back. And then what players also might have is a toggle button for ghosts. So you'll play most of the game with the interface off or whatever, and then just toggle on and off to see like the opponent's cars. Like you make a mistake, you do this, and you see, oh shit, okay, OTAC mistake. Now I have to push or whatever. But for the most part, players actually play with cars off because it's distracting. Ooh, this could be an ace for G1. G1's choice. Gwen and Binks. The hill. Also going for outside line. Ooh. Entering that a bit late for my comfort. The 360's 0.3 lead. Binks getting the first one really good. Gwen making a mistake. Recovering effortless though. Ace. And a really good time. Second best time in the league. How do you think the tourney would be if they had to play with cars on? There are old school Trackmania tournaments where they force cars on. Like the players have to play with cars on. And that's interesting too. I think it would be pretty similar. But you'd just be like a little bit more distracted. But if I'm playing ranked, I like playing with cars on. Like I think it makes for more interesting like racing battles, you know, if you can see your opponent. And I think if you had to make like the best decision making, cars on is the best way to do that, because you can instantly tell, oh, he made a mistake. But you can't get distracted, that's the problem. Calling about a ping, yeah, that's true. And we gotta have it on land with the crowd. Chat, if there was a Trackmania major, would you guys travel out? The first Trackmania major, ace for KC, by the way, 7-6. Like, let's say it was Central Europe. A lot of people are from Europe. No? I think that's fine. I'm just curious. Let's say they do the World Championship. LAN, Paris, next summer. Oh, missed flick from Binks, I think. No, sorry, from Bren. Mixing up the names. Very back and forth. And not Paris in the summer. Within walking range. Oh. Oh. OTAC can come back here. If he just gets past Binks, that's a lot of damage reduction on the scoreboard. Asking chat to leave the house, sure, but it's for Trackmania, right? Like, you're doing it to go be a nerd, and I think that's acceptable, right? Like, it's okay to go outside if you do it for, like, Pokemon Go. Oh, this could be the ace! Binks crashing out, though! OTAC! Denying just barely. Scramble, but that's so much better because they go equal rather than 9-7. Victory. 8-8. Because I have some friends that travel to Paris for the CSGO major. It's like, oh, it's the last one, we gotta go, and I'm like, it's kind of crazy that we're traveling several countries to watch a video game tournament. Like, if I tell my grandparents that, they'll be like, what? What? But it is really hype. It is really hype. Serrator has proven just how sick Trackmania events can be with the crowds and stuff. Oh my god, what a round to have an 8-8 though. This is so close. This could decide the map and the game as a whole. Whoever gets this map right now. G1's map choice. They go for the outside line. They lose a bit of time, but they're coming back into the ice slides now. Just about equal. All 4 players. Dear God. May the best 360s win. Otak going late, losing a bit. Bink's getting it good. Is Bram there? No, they get aced and they drop the map. Whew. So close. So close.
G1 wins the track.
Now we go to Casey's answer. Sinuous. Sinuous. Okay, just double check that the wasp was still dead. I wasn't sure. Like, it's still there, so I don't need to panic. Oof. Bro, I can buy mine. 101.67. Yep. Might also drove 0.7 here. Virtual again with the wrong pronunciation. Sinuous is correct. Okay. Sinuous. Sinuous. First time we see both of these teams on it. Got the speed slide. Ooh, Bren going for the sliding line. It's about equal to not sliding. And then this turn had a wallbang in the first iteration, but it got removed for consistency reasons. Bren with a mistake. Gwen went so inside on the previous turn. I slide into the 360. Otak, clean line there. Great setup. We saw Mara go high here for a lot of speed. Whereas Gwen exits early. Last wall ride, the Hunter wall ride. Dude, Otak's on a banger. That's nice. It's really nice. Up the hill. 101.86. Great time. Sinus Amogus. Why is that called the Hunter wall ride? Because a player called Hunter built a lot of full speed maps with that wall ride that extends out to a platform. So it's like, oh, it's a Hunter wall ride. There's also something called the Fred uphill, which you see in old maps. Like, oh, it's a Fred hill. Oh, it's a Hunter wall ride. Like, full speed players have these terms for the mappers that kind of invented the combinations. Got big mistake from Otak. He did his duties last round. Now Bren has to keep it clean. Oh, almost slid out. Good save. Okay, Gwen. Driving fast. Driving very fast. Alarm. Like, this is a good run. This is a very good run. Could be an ace as well. It should be with Ben crashing out. 101.87. I'm starting to think Gwen is fast. 4-2 now. 6 points away from ending game 1. What's the next game? It's Into the Breach versus Sinners. Which is a very interesting game because it's the 2 bottom teams right now. They have gone 0-3 so far. And it's like a must-win game. Like, both teams just have to win. And then after that, Alliance Solary, which are 2 of the top teams, right? And then BDS Big, also 2 of the top teams. But very surprising from Into the Breach, because they played such a strong last season, and now they're just taking, like, 3 Ls. And I feel like they've been close all the games they played. I slide. Oh, Gwen, almost with a mistake, had to back out of that turn. Otak should have advantage for the ending. A 10th or so lead. Good speed slide from Gwen, though. Not over yet. Great no slide as well. I would be scared if I was Otak, but the speed isn't there. It's going to be Otak in first. It's going to be a 102 plat and a draw. How does transition from TMCL to TMGL work? I actually don't know. I think you cannot... There's no like automatic promotion into TMGL. As far as I know. As far as I know. So it's not like the bottom team gets relegated and the top team promotes from the bottom, lower division. I think the organization's aside, yeah. Oh. Bit shaky from Bren. That's a tough section of the map, though. Gwen with a mistake here. That happens. Clips the wheel. Bren passing Gwen. Casey need this point. Otak should just full sand. But he gets low speed from clipping the checkpoint. Still not impossible. Oh, now it's looking tough. But he doesn't really have much to lose. Gwen is far. Yeah, no, I think Binks has that, right? Slalom, slalom, slalom. Binks gets that. How do orcs decide? I don't know the dynamics of it. But I think it would be fun to eventually see... I think that the two teams I've seen in Challenger League right now that I feel are at the level of TMGL is Scrappy Dexter and alternate. Skundir and... yeah. Skundir and Wolfsal, yeah. I think they are competitive with the level. But they're not being pushed to the, like... If you put them in this league, they would have to drive much faster times to compete, and they would be able to. Oh. This is the best round so far. Really close race and good splits. Oh, good setup for KC. They should have more speed here. If Bren hits the exit, he does. They could ace. They could ace right now. Gwen and Binks have less speed. Oh, this is really close, though. Can Binks get there? Binks trying. Ah, it's far. It's far. It's too far. KC are back. 7-6. Whew. Jesus. Will I ever make a TMCL team? Make a TMCL team. Every content creator I've heard talk about esports just say we're burning money. That doesn't seem like that much fun to me. Like, Ludwig and Charlie, they just talk about, oh, we're burning money. Haha, we're rich. And then this guy's like, yeah, how I wasted $500,000 on an esport tournament. Yeah, or esport Oregon. It's like, yeah, no. Wait, KC! They could ace right now. Wait a second. This is danger. Gwen is out of this round, and they have 3/10. Binks has to clutch. Binks got to clutch up. Oh, and he slides out. We're going to map 7. We're going to map 7. It's basically locked in. Casey on Sinuous. Regu 102 and 101. Nice. Quantum Slide is a cool name. It's a very cool trick too. I hope the name sticks. It was chat who came up with it, by the way, not me. I stole it. And map 7, the decider. I don't remember what was the decider. Like airwalk? Airwalk or pool, I think. Yeah, pool. Oh my god, pool as the decider is insane. G1, so far they've played 2, like out of the 3 games they've played, 2 of them have gone to the 7th map, right? And they lost one of them and won the other on the 7th. But Gwen is so good on pool. 18 rounds played, 10 first places, and only 2 crashes. If he can handle the pressure here, this is looking really good for G1. Binks as well, one of the most consistent. And Otak, maybe lacking a bit of pace on stats, but stats are one thing, actually, the driving will be decided right now. I would release. I would not dare. I would not dare at all. I would back out. Abort. But Gwen is rewarded for daring, and Brent as well. Jesus, Bing sliding out. Advantage in favor of KC if Otak can win that top battle. He's risking too. Just about equal in the splits. About a Carling in favor of Gwen though. Otak catching more speed up the hill. Now the water lines, the identity of Pool. Ooh, closing the gap a little bit. Better turn here. Gwen slides out. That could be an ace. Brett is passed. And forget the stats, because KC are going up to a 3-0 on map 7. Jesus. Insane. Insane start to map 7. I think G1 have destroyed teams on this every time they play teams on Pool. Even BDS with Offie and stuff. They won on Pool. Maybe they lost to to Big actually. With crashes that time. Yeah, World Record's 0.1 from Gwen. But that's a slap in the face basically. And they drove good times too. 0.4 is a good time. Oh, no slide out this time. But a little bit of hesitation in that turn from Gwen, who is a 10th behind. Crazy that this gap, 2 tenths now, is just like so far in last place on Pool. That's how insane the level's gotten. Oh, taking Bren in range to pass Binks if he makes a mistake. Does keep full ground contact. Gwen does not slide out. Gets a lot of speed up to the checkpoint. Tries to get closer, but I think the positions all remain. Otak maybe, but not quite. 1:05.24 from Binks. Less than a 10th off the record and a draw. Whew. Able to kind of save Gwen there from having a poor start in that round. Gwen looks like he's playing the stars consistently a bit safer now. Some players have made mistakes in the starter pool by taking that tight line, so he likes to go a bit wider, but that is uncharacteristic. That is uncharacteristic of Gwen right now. Like, it is not how he usually plays on this map. Okay, Binks 1v2. It could be pressure, it could be fatigue. You play 7 maps under a lot of stress. Oh, good line from Binks though. Okay, Binks still keeps it clean. Can they find any way to get past him here? Oh, they got a good end last time and they're gonna ace again. KC 7-1. Only 15% of chat voted that KC would win this. They are up by 6 points on last map. Oh no. It's gonna be economic reset in chat. The great collapse is upon us. Channel point economy will never recover if this result goes through. G1 need an ace right now. But look at this start from KC. Once again, fastest out of the gate by 0.10 now. Huge lead in terms of this map. And already G1 have to try to start risking. I mean, one more ace and it's GG. Could be a swift knockout. Gwen's made a mistake. It's only Binks. It's basically only Binks at this point. It's too far for Gwen by 0.3. He's close. Is it enough though? Needs to get past 1. Side by side with him now into the underwater part. Still third. KC could close it out. Otak hitting the wall. Binks might get first. Binks just tied to the 1000th. And they don't even get an extra point there. And the decider, as always, it's not name. It is who was ahead at the last checkpoint. If you're tied to the 1000th, last checkpoint decides. So Bren was ahead at final checkpoint, he gets first place. But that is really bad if you're a G1 fan. At least they have an option now to come back a little bit, as Bren has made a mistake. They cannot lose in this round if they both get to the finish clean. But in Cup of the Day, you lose by name, yeah. In Cup of the Day, you still win or lose based on your name. It's unchanged. Binks in first. Gwen really needs to get up there. They need this ace. Otak, if he defends here, could basically lock out the game, I think. 9-4 is almost impossible to come back from. Oh, Otak still holding on. Could even maybe get first place here. Binks is not too far away, and Otak gets a lot of speed in his last corner, but he hits. He crashes out, and G1 ace right back. It's 8-5. And what a time from Binks as well. 0.20. Ace. 8-5 is a lot more possible than 9-4. They can sustain one draw, they can sustain one regular victory, and still get within range. But they really need an ace. Like, they need an ace. World record is 0.16 by Gwen. Gwen has not found his rhythm on this yet. But that looks good. That's a really good tilt onto the road. Catches it well in the landing, and suddenly it's G1 with the best start as Bren's lost a 10th. Oh, close to the wall. I don't think Gwen cares anymore at this point. I think he's done with caring. He has no regard for safety. He's pushing hard. Out of the start here, Bren still holding that 10th of a gap, but Otak's lost further time, and G1 are about to ace again. Into the ending. Looks like Ben's getting closer, but the speed is still in favor of G1. Into the underwater part now. Can they hold the nerves? Oh, the first turn is still there. Second turn underwater, no slide out. Binks also holding on. Bren getting closer, getting into second place, but too wide. And G1 are going to ace twice in a row. New world record from Gwen. 8-8. Jesus Christ. Gwen beating the world record by 4 thousandths. In the clutch round, and they could actually take the map right now. Unbelievable. They have so much momentum going into this. It was 1-7. It is 8-8. And they are the people with the winds of victory blowing in their favor. In their direction. Otak with a slower start this time. I don't think Gwen's nervous at all right now. I think he just basically said, whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna full send. You can tell the confidence in the playstyle. He's not scared. But neither is Bren. Right now, driving a really clean start, keeping up with both G1 players. Outside versus inside line. Bren actually winning that trade. Will be first up to the last checkpoint. Otak's crash. Bren needs to hold first place, but he does lose out. He slides out. G1 have made a miraculous comeback here. Last turn. Gwen into the wall. Both into the wall. They all crashed. Bren, Otak. Otak takes the map. No way.
Victory.
That is an insane ending to a game.